Your mind is like a garden, a sacred space that requires care and attention. Every thought is a seed, and what you plant will flourish. To create a life of joy, abundance, and peace, you must first cleanse your mental state, just as you would care for your home or body. Imagine your mind as a beautiful garden, a space that reflects your inner world. Each thought you have is like a seed you plant, and these seeds determine what will grow in your mental landscape. Some seeds produce vibrant flowers, while others may grow into weeds that choke out the beauty. Just as a gardener carefully selects what to plant, you too must choose the thoughts you want to cultivate in your mind. If you plant seeds of joy, love, and positivity, your garden will thrive. But if you plant seeds of fear, doubt, or negativity, those too will take root and grow. The first step in cultivating a healthy mental garden is becoming aware of the seeds you're planting. Are your thoughts filled with worry, criticism, and judgment? Or are they filled with hope, kindness, and encouragement? Many of us carry old beliefs often planted in childhood that may no longer serve us. These beliefs can limit our potential and keep us stuck in patterns of self-doubt and negativity. When we hold on to these limiting thoughts, we allow them to grow into tangled weeds that can overwhelm our minds. To clean your mental garden, you must first recognize the thoughts that are no longer in alignment with the life you want to create. Once you identify these limiting thoughts, it's time to pull them up by the roots. This may not always be easy, as some beliefs have been deeply ingrained in our consciousness for years. But just as a gardener doesn't allow weeds to overrun the flowers, you must take control of your mental garden by uprooting what no longer serves you. This process requires patience and persistence, but it is a necessary step toward cultivating a healthy, vibrant mental landscape. After clearing away the weeds, it's time to consciously plant new seeds. These seeds are your positive thoughts, affirmations, and beliefs. When you begin to shift your thoughts from negativity to positivity, you'll notice a profound change in how you feel and how you perceive the world. Positive thoughts have the power to uplift your spirit, inspire action, and open doors to new possibilities. Think of affirmations as the water and sunlight your mental garden needs to grow. Just as a garden needs nurturing, your mind requires consistent care and attention. Affirmations, when repeated regularly, help to solidify new thought patterns that align with your highest good. But even as you plant new seeds, it's important to remember that a garden is never finished. Weeds may still sprout from time to time. Negative thoughts can arise, especially in moments of stress or uncertainty. However, the difference is that now you are the mindful gardener. You can recognize when a negative thought is trying to take root, and instead of letting it grow, you can gently pull it out and replace it with a more nurturing thought. This process is ongoing, but with each step, you become more adept at creating a mental environment that supports your growth, peace, and happiness. Another important aspect of tending to your mental garden is learning to trust in the process. Just as you don't expect a plant to bloom overnight, you cannot expect immediate results in your mental state. It takes time for seeds to grow and for flowers to blossom. You may not see the changes right away, but that doesn't mean they aren't happening. Trust that every positive thought you plant is working behind the scenes to create the mental and emotional landscape you desire. With patience and persistence, your mind will begin to reflect the peace and clarity you are cultivating within. One of the most beautiful things about treating your mind like a garden is that you realize you have the power to create whatever you want. If you want more love in your life, plant seeds of love in your mind. If you want success, plant seeds of confidence and belief in your abilities. The universe responds to the energy you cultivate within yourself. The thoughts you nurture will eventually manifest in your external reality. So as you go about your daily life, remember to tend to your mental garden with care and love. Choose your thoughts wisely, knowing that each one holds the power to shape your future. With conscious effort, you can create a mind filled with positivity, resilience, and joy, a mind that not only serves you but also brings beauty to the world around you. Releasing old thoughts is essential for mental clarity. Just as a cluttered room can overwhelm the senses, a mind crowded with outdated beliefs, fears, and unresolved emotions can create confusion and stress. When you hold on to thoughts that no longer serve your well-being, you hinder your ability to move forward. These old patterns can become obstacles that cloud your judgment and block your ability to see new opportunities. One of the first steps in releasing old thoughts is acknowledging that they exist. Many of these thoughts have been with you for so long that they've become automatic, almost invisible. They might come in the form of doubts like I'm not good enough, or fears such as what if I fail. These thoughts can be so ingrained that you don't even question them anymore. But to gain mental clarity, you must become aware of them and how they affect your life. When you release old thoughts, you create space in your mind for new, empowering beliefs to take root. Think of your mind as a container. If it's filled with clutter, there's no room for anything new. But once you clear away the old, you're free to bring in thoughts that align with your goals, values, and dreams. This process of clearing your mental space allows for greater focus and direction, making it easier to achieve clarity in your life. Letting go of old thoughts also involves forgiveness, not just of others, but of yourself. Often we hold on to guilt, shame, or regret from past mistakes, replaying them in our minds over and over. These thoughts can weigh heavily on your heart and mind, keeping you stuck in a cycle of self-judgment. But remember, no amount of guilt can change the past, and no amount of worry can change the future. To truly cleanse your mental state, you must release these thoughts and forgive yourself for any perceived shortcomings. A helpful way to begin releasing old thoughts is through journaling or meditation. When you write down your thoughts, you bring them into your awareness, allowing yourself to confront them head-on. Meditation helps you observe your thoughts without judgment, giving you the distance needed to let them go. As you release these old patterns, you'll begin to feel lighter, more at peace, and better equipped to handle whatever life brings your way. Releasing old thoughts is an ongoing practice, not a one-time event. Every day presents new opportunities to notice and let go of the beliefs that no longer serve you. By making this a regular part of your mental hygiene, you ensure that your mind remains clear and open to new ideas, new possibilities, and new growth. In this state of clarity, you'll find that life flows more easily and you are better able to navigate challenges with grace and wisdom. Forgiveness is the most powerful way to cleanse your heart and mind. It is an act of release, a decision to free yourself from the emotional weight that can keep you stuck in negativity and pain. When you hold on to resentment, anger, or hurt, it's as if you're carrying a heavy burden that drains your energy and clouds your mental clarity. Forgiveness, on the other hand, allows you to let go of that burden and move forward with a lighter heart. Many people misunderstand forgiveness, thinking it means condoning the wrongs done to them or letting others off the hook for their actions. But forgiveness isn't about the other person, it's about you. It's about reclaiming your peace and freeing yourself from the grip of negative emotions. When you forgive, you're not saying that what happened was okay. Instead, you're choosing to release the anger and pain that have been holding you back. Forgiveness is a process, and it often starts with the decision to forgive, even if your heart isn't fully ready yet. It's okay if forgiveness doesn't come easily or immediately. What matters is your willingness to let go of the past and stop replaying the hurt in your mind. Each time you think about the situation or person who caused you pain, you have a choice. Will you continue to let those thoughts consume you, or will you take a step toward freeing yourself? One of the most important aspects of forgiveness is forgiving yourself. Often we are our own harshest critics, holding on to guilt, shame, or regret over things we've done or failed to do. Self-forgiveness is a crucial part of mental cleansing because it allows you to move forward without the weight of self-judgment. Just as you would extend compassion to a friend who made a mistake, you must offer that same compassion to yourself. Acknowledge that you, like everyone, are imperfect and growing, and let go of the harsh criticism that keeps you stuck in the past. Affirmations can play a powerful role in the forgiveness process. By repeating positive statements such as "I forgive and release all past hurts" or "I am free from the burden of resentment," you help shift your mindset toward healing. These affirmations serve as gentle reminders that you are choosing peace over pain, and each time you say them, you reinforce the intention to cleanse your mind of negativity. Another helpful practice in forgiveness is visualization. Imagine the person or situation that has caused you pain. See it clearly in your mind's eye. Then picture yourself releasing that pain, letting it drift away like a leaf on the wind. Visualize yourself feeling lighter, free from the burden of those negative emotions. This exercise can help you detach from the hurt and create space for healing to begin. Forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting, nor does it mean you need to continue relationships that are harmful to your well-being. What it means is that you are choosing to no longer let those past experiences define your present or future. By forgiving, you open up space in your heart and mind for peace, love, and joy to enter. Ultimately, forgiveness is one of the most liberating gifts you can give yourself. It clears away the mental and emotional clutter, allowing you to live with greater clarity and lightness. When you forgive, you are not only healing the wounds of the past, but you are also creating a healthier, more peaceful future for yourself. With each act of forgiveness, your mental state becomes cleaner, clearer, and more aligned with the life you truly want to live. Affirmations can transform negative patterns into positive energy. They are powerful tools for shifting your mindset and fostering a more supportive and optimistic internal dialogue. By repeating affirmations regularly, you can reprogram your subconscious mind, replacing old, limiting beliefs with new, empowering ones. Affirmations are essentially positive statements that reflect the reality you want to create. They are like planting seeds of positivity in your mental garden. For instance, if you struggle with self-doubt, affirmations such as "I am confident and capable" or "I trust in my abilities" can help shift your mindset from one of uncertainty to one of self-assurance. By consistently repeating these affirmations, you reinforce the belief that you are worthy and capable, helping to change the way you see yourself and your potential. To make affirmations most effective, it's important to use them in a way that resonates deeply with you. Choose affirmations that feel true and meaningful. If you're using affirmations to address a specific area of your life, such as health or success, ensure that your statements are positive, present tense, and personal. For example, instead of saying "I will be successful," say "I am successful," which helps to create a sense of immediacy and ownership. Incorporating affirmations into your daily routine can amplify their impact. Start your day by reciting your affirmations aloud or silently to yourself. This practice sets a positive tone for the day and aligns your mind with the goals and intentions you wish to manifest. You can also write your affirmations down and place them where you'll see them often, such as on your mirror, desk, or phone. This constant reinforcement helps to keep your positive intentions front and center in your mind. Visualization can enhance the power of affirmations. As you repeat your affirmations, take a moment to vividly imagine yourself living the reality you're affirming. If your affirmation is about achieving a personal goal, visualize the steps you would take to reach that goal and the feelings of accomplishment you would experience. This mental imagery reinforces the affirmation and helps to solidify it in your subconscious mind. It's also helpful to be patient and persistent with affirmations. Change takes time, and shifting deeply ingrained thought patterns may not happen overnight. However, with consistent practice, affirmations gradually shift your mindset from one of negativity to positivity. Over time, you'll notice a change in your thoughts and behaviors, as well as an increased ability to attract and recognize opportunities that align with your new beliefs. Be mindful of the language you use in your affirmations. Avoid statements that are vague or overly generalized, as these can be less impactful. Instead, focus on clear, specific affirmations that directly address the areas you want to improve. For example, if you're working on building self-esteem, an affirmation like "I am deserving of love and respect" is more powerful than simply saying "I am enough." Remember, the goal of affirmations is to create a positive shift in your mental state. By consciously choosing and repeating affirmations that reflect your highest aspirations and values, you align your thoughts and energy with the life you wish to create. Over time, this positive mental programming can lead to profound changes in your attitude, behavior, and overall outlook on life. In essence, affirmations are a powerful tool for transforming negative thought patterns into positive, empowering beliefs. By integrating affirmations into your daily routine and using them with intention and consistency, you can create a more supportive and uplifting mental environment that fosters growth, success, and happiness. Your mental state reflects your self-love and self-acceptance. The way you view and treat yourself significantly impacts how you experience life and interact with the world. Self-love and self-acceptance are foundational elements in cultivating a positive and healthy mental state. When you have a deep sense of self-worth and embrace who you are, your mental state naturally aligns with greater peace, confidence, and joy. Self-love begins with recognizing and valuing your own worth. It's about acknowledging that you are deserving of kindness, respect, and happiness regardless of your past mistakes or perceived shortcomings. When you practice self-love, you treat yourself with the same compassion and understanding that you would offer to a dear friend. This involves being gentle with yourself in times of failure, celebrating your successes, and nurturing your needs, both emotional and physical. One powerful way to cultivate self-love is through self-acceptance. Accepting yourself means embracing all parts of who you are, including your strengths and weaknesses. It involves letting go of self-criticism and embracing your imperfections as part of your unique journey. When you accept yourself, you free yourself from the constant pressure to be perfect and instead focus on growth and improvement. This shift in mindset allows you to approach life with greater ease and resilience. Self-love and self-acceptance are closely linked to the thoughts and beliefs you hold about yourself. If you harbor negative beliefs or engage in self-criticism, it can create a mental state filled with self-doubt and insecurity. To counteract this, focus on affirming your positive qualities and achievements. Remind yourself of your strengths and the value you bring to the world. Each time you acknowledge and appreciate your worth, you reinforce a positive mental state that reflects your self-love. Additionally, practicing self-care is an essential aspect of self-love. Taking time to care for your physical, emotional, and mental well-being demonstrates that you value yourself and your needs. This can include engaging in activities that bring you joy, setting healthy boundaries, and prioritizing rest and relaxation. When you make self-care a priority, you signal to yourself that you are worthy of care and attention, which in turn strengthens your mental state. It's also important to surround yourself with people who uplift and support you. The relationships you maintain have a significant impact on your mental state. Being around individuals who encourage you and reflect your worth can reinforce your self-love and help you maintain a positive outlook. Conversely, relationships that are negative or draining can undermine your sense of self-worth and contribute to a more challenging mental state. As you cultivate self-love and self-acceptance, you may find that your mental state becomes more resilient and adaptable. You are better equipped to handle life's challenges with a sense of inner strength and confidence. Self-love fosters a mindset that embraces growth and learning rather than being paralyzed by fear or self-doubt. Remember, self-love is not a destination but a continuous journey. It involves regularly nurturing and affirming your worth, accepting yourself with compassion, and practicing self-care. By making self-love a central part of your life, you create a mental state that reflects your deepest values and aspirations. This positive mental state not only enhances your overall well-being, but also empowers you to live a life filled with purpose, joy, and fulfillment. Cleaning your mental state allows space for new growth, peace, and happiness. Just as a garden thrives when weeds and debris are cleared away, your mind flourishes when you remove the clutter of negative thoughts, unresolved emotions, and limiting beliefs. This process of mental cleansing opens the door to new possibilities and creates an environment conducive to personal growth and well-being. When you clear your mental state, you create a fresh canvas for positive experiences and opportunities. Without the weight of past grievances or persistent doubts, you are free to focus on what truly matters to you. This mental clarity allows you to set and pursue new goals with enthusiasm and confidence. It also enables you to approach challenges with a more balanced and constructive mindset, as you are no longer burdened by unnecessary mental baggage. One of the first benefits of a clean mental state is increased peace of mind. When your thoughts are not crowded with negativity or anxiety, you experience a greater sense of calm and stability. This peace of mind enhances your ability to make thoughtful decisions, manage stress, and maintain healthy relationships. It also creates a space where you can connect more deeply with your inner self and your true desires, fostering a sense of alignment and fulfillment. In addition to peace, a clear mental state allows for new growth. When you remove old patterns and beliefs that no longer serve you, you create room for new, empowering ideas to take root. This growth can manifest in various ways, such as developing new skills, exploring new interests, or pursuing new opportunities. By letting go of limiting beliefs and outdated thought patterns, you open yourself up to a world of possibilities and experiences that can enrich your life. Happiness also naturally arises from a clean mental state. When you are not bogged down by negative thoughts or emotional clutter, you are more attuned to the positive aspects of life. This heightened awareness allows you to appreciate and enjoy the present moment more fully. Happiness becomes less of a distant goal and more of a natural state of being, as you are able to recognize and embrace the joy in everyday experiences. Creating space for new growth and happiness requires ongoing effort and mindfulness. Regular practices such as meditation, journaling, or simply taking time to reflect can help maintain mental clarity and keep you aligned with your goals and values. It's also important to periodically check in with yourself and assess whether there are any new sources of mental clutter that need to be addressed. By making mental cleansing a regular practice, you ensure that your mind remains open and receptive to positive change. Remember, cleaning your mental state is not about achieving perfection, but about creating an environment where you can thrive. It's about removing what no longer serves you and making space for what inspires and uplifts you. As you continue to cultivate a clear and positive mental state, you will find that you are more capable of navigating life's challenges, embracing new opportunities, and experiencing a deeper sense of joy and fulfillment. In summary, cleaning your mental state is a powerful practice that opens up space for new growth, peace, and happiness. By removing negative thoughts, unresolved emotions, and limiting beliefs, you create a fertile ground for personal development and well-being. This mental clarity allows you to pursue your goals with renewed energy, appreciate life's blessings, and live in alignment with your true self. Embrace this process of mental cleansing as a continual journey toward a more vibrant and fulfilling life.